go to my website.
You mean your
It looks like I'm live. Who's here today? I see 5 thumbs up. That's awesome. Decided to do a sort of coffee talk. Where's my coffee? I just finished. Okay, turn on that. I got my daughter here. She's gonna filter in comments for me.
Heyo.
I hope everyone's doing well. California is like totally going crazy. A lot of Californians out there protesting the lockdown and going berserk out in the beaches, especially down south. I'm up here north, so it's not as crazy. If you guys can give me a thumbs up so I know if you guys are on the stream or not. Let me know in the chat. Good. I'll just, talk about, what are we gonna talk about today? So many things. I've had a lot of feedback from you guys, and some of you are talking about you want to know about Middle Eastern home remedies, especially during this time. I'm not going to name the virus because YouTube has been deleting videos that talk about the virus, which is ridiculous, but they're all about censoring. So we're not going to really be talking about that per se. But home remedies, some of my favorite discoveries that I'm going to be sharing with you, and how I secured a discount on them so that if you guys want to partake, you'll be able to. Also, some questions and comments, some of my favorites that have flooded in from you guys as well. So what I'll do is I'll go through some of the content here that I want to cover, and at the very end, I will address your comments or super chats or whatever, because I don't want to constantly be interrupting, going back and forth and driving you guys crazy. Does that sound good? So if you have any input, feel free to leave it. Got my daughter Natalia here. She's monitoring them for me.
Everybody says hi.
Everybody says hi. I say hi back. Oh, Sunset's in the house.
Hey,
cool.
Queen Bee.
Queen Bee. Yeah, I'm known as Queen Bee, Lady Bee, Bumblebee. I actually like Bee because so many people mispronounce my name and say Blanche instead of Blanche, which drives me crazy. Like, I'm not Blanche. Blanche rhymes with launch, not rhymes with ranch. Got it? Got it. Okay, good. Hi, how are you? So what we're gonna do is first I'm gonna cover some of my favorite comments, and we're gonna start here with a comment from Alexis. Alexis said, wow, I never thought I'd see the day when people are hating on olive oil. I had to start using it more per doctor's orders. Honestly, I don't see a bad thing about it, and I don't see much difference in the taste. True. So a lot of you guys that watch my show realize that I use olive oil in everything. I have no problems heating up my olive oil. I'm not scared of olive oil, whether I roast it in the oven or heat it in a pan or even scramble my eggs with it, because that is the way that my ancestors have done it. We're not afraid of it, and whatever tests they've come out, I don't think they've been particularly conclusive, and the flavor and the benefits are way too great to not use it. So I have no problems with olive oil, and if you're gonna hate on me still because of it, too bad. And if you wanna know what I'm talking about, I do have a video that went pretty viral about how to know if your olive oil is fake, because yes, there are a lot of fake olive oils out there and you don't want to get them. So yeah, stay away from fake olive oil, and so watch that video. I'll put a link on it below after this video is over if you want to know more about that. Here's another comment from Unicorn Vloggers. What a great name.
Nice.
I've been meaning to come back and comment. I made the roasted chicken recipe that you did with your mom, and I believe I made it 4 to 5 times. And today will be my next time, and it's beyond amazing. And I didn't have the lemon pepper, but I had time, and it came out amazing and moist. And even my daughters asked for seconds. Who would have thought a recipe from YouTube could be so simple yet make such a huge difference? I never bake my chicken any other way anymore. Thank you. Yes, that is why I have my channel, because you can look through a lot of channels out there, but before I put a recipe out on my channel, I double, triple, quadruple check it to make sure that it's good before I release it out to you guys. I'm all about quality control here. I am a control freak, and I'm not gonna put out anything that you're gonna mess up with. And if you do mess up, it might be technique oriented, so shoot me a line and tell me what happen, and I'll be happy to troubleshoot with you so that you have a successful recipe every time. Which chicken recipe is this? It is the roasted chicken recipe. So if you go through below, I think I posted it a couple of months ago. It's with my mom. So it's like the perfect Mediterranean chicken or something, either Mediterranean or Middle Eastern chicken. It's also in my entree playlist. So I divided everything into playlists so that you could find things easy, whether it's in the entrees, desserts, appetizers, vegan, vegetarian recipes. I tried, and if you want me to even subdivide the playlist even further, let me know, because I'd be happy to do that. Let's go to some of the crazier comments I've got from Mango Madness. Prove me wrong or right. The alternative fake meats out on the market have aborted humans in them. Okay. I don't think there are any aborted humans in the fake meat, but you never know, because, you know, corporations use all kinds of weird things like beaver anus and beetle guts and all kinds of stuff to flavor their food. So I'm not going to comment on this. What I will comment, though, is that you guys know my stance, if you've been watching my channel long enough, that I can't stand all of the meat substitutes out there like Beyond Meats. And so I definitely stay away from any of those because they have inflammatory seed oil. So what I did do in the past 3 videos, you guys are vegans. If you're vegans, I have the quarantine 1, 2, and 3 cheap eats recipes where I use legumes like lentils and chickpeas and fava beans, which I think provide a lot more nutrition and a natural form of nutrition than getting those disgusting mock meats that are out in the market. Somebody asked, what's my favorite tahini brand? You know what, Natalia, go get, it's on top of the microwave. There's a cabinet and there's a tahini brand I just bought. I like to actually look at the country of origin before I buy tahini and make sure that the tahini is fresh. First of all, a lot of the times if you go to a Middle Eastern market, you're gonna see tahini that might have been sitting on the shelf for no, not that one. It's another one. It's the orange one. That's been sitting on the shelf for far too long, and it's going to taste bitter and funky. Make sure, first of all, that the tahini is fresh. This is my new favorite. It is premium Palestinian tahini. It's by Al Ard brand, A-L-A-R-D. The reason why I like this brand is because it's grown in Palestinian soil. I like to support Palestinian companies, but I also like Cortas brand, C-O-R-T-A-S. That's another really good brand if you like, as well as Ziyad brand, Z-I-Y-A-D, Ziyad brand tahini. As a matter of fact, I've got a treat for you guys. Oh my gosh, from Ziyad, look at this. So if you, how many people are celebrating Ramadan out there? Can we get a show of hands? Like put a Y if you're celebrating Ramadan, if you are in the thick of Ramadan right now. Do you see a lot of Y's? Like Y for yes? No?
Oh, I got one.
Okay, well, anyway, so a lot of times the way they break their fast is by eating dates. Oh my gosh, guys, this is life right here. It's by Ziyad brand. And these are the Jericho dates. They are like freshly harvested and they are insane. So this is like a 2-pound box. It's about 26 bucks and it's like candy. And as you can see, I've plowed through quite a bit. We've eaten so much. Look at how plump and gorgeous these dates are. They're so good.
Did you eat like half of them?
No, well, I've been sharing is caring. I didn't eat them all by myself, Natalia.
Yeah, I know.
We've all been, sharing is caring. I gave some to my mom. I came and delivered some to her wearing a mask. I'm like, Mom, you got to try these dates. She's like, Blanche, these are amazing. They're amazing. So now, unfortunately, the only way you could buy them is through Amazon right now. It looks like they have them sold through Amazon, but you can kind of peruse their website at ziyad.com, check out their tahini and their dates and so forth. I really like this brand quite a bit. They have very good quality products. How is my mom? My mom is doing okay. She was worried that she had COVID at some point just because she had this incessant cough that lasted for 3 months. It was crazy. And I haven't been able to do any videos with her. That's why you haven't seen her. I haven't even seen her myself in a long time. Hey, Blanche, your brother. Yeah, my brother checked out. My brother is off doing his own thing, and I might have him on. We'll see. But he's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. And so yeah, if you want my brother Isa back on, put it in the comments so that he'll see it, so that he'll feel wanted. Okay.
He's in my new videos.
Yeah, he's in a lot of other things. He's hard to track. The guy's always traveling.
That's why you gotta shove the camera in his face.
I know I do have to shove a camera in his face and just surprise him. That's what I will. A Call for an Uprising, guys. If you guys have not subscribed to A Call for an Uprising yet, please make sure and subscribe to him. He's phenomenal. His channel has completely blown up. We go way back. I've been following his stuff for many, many years. He analyzes pop culture, government, and he does it in such a genius way. He analyzes symbolism. He's just highly entertaining and knowledgeable at the same time. So if you guys haven't subscribed to him, please do. I'm honored that you've joined the feed, A Call for an Uprising. I still totally dig your work, and go seek it whenever a new event happens to see your perspective, because I highly, highly respect your perspective. So thank you for joining. We got hello from Philly. We got some Philly people over here. Yes, okay. Natalia.
G Snow says, I love it when you have your family in your videos.
Uh-huh.
And also, Sarah wants to know if we're Muslim.
No, we are not Muslim. I am Christian, and I am all for just respecting everyone's religions and ethnicities, and I've always been that way on my channel. Yes.
Recipes for Ramadan, quick and easy.
I have a ton of recipes from previous Ramadans. If you go to my playlist, like for example, katayef is a hot item right now. It's a dessert item. Go to my dessert playlist. You're going to see my mom and I making katayef to honor the people that are celebrating Ramadan. So check that one out, because that one's a no-fail recipe and it's super, super popular. So what do? We talked about dates in Ramadan. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some home remedies because, and this is a disclaimer, none of these things are cures for anything. I'm just talking about, what I'm talking about is what Middle Eastern people have been taking for millennia to enhance their health. That's it. I'm not saying this is a cure for anything. So one thing that Palestinians, for example, have taken is black seed oil. This is also from Al-Ard. It's the black cumin seed, otherwise known as Nigella seeds. They take this for everything, to fight inflammation and cancers and all kinds of diseases. As a matter of fact, many Palestinians are taking this right now in this really crucial time, to enhance their immunity. Shout out to my Palestinian homies. So far, so good. They don't seem to have a lot of cases over there, and I pray that it stays that way. But black seed oil, black seed paste, it's kind of bitter, but this is something that they've been using for centuries. Other home remedies that we use are fennel seeds. Imagine fennel is sort of like a multivitamin in a seed. It's got so many minerals in it, from magnesium to copper. And I always like bioavailable minerals, like minerals that come from a natural source rather than a synthetic source. So I'd much rather just take a handful of fennel seeds than to take a multivitamin. And it's super popular among Indians too. I know Indians, they take fennel for digestion too. Like after a dinner or lunch, they love fennel. Another one that I really like is anise seeds. So anise oil has something, it's called thymol, terpenol, and anethol, which are thought to help with cold and flu cases. It's supposed to also improve digestion and alleviate cramps. I do have a recipe incorporating anise seeds, quite a bit of them actually, in my dessert section. My mom and I make these awesome anise cookies. And we use the ground anise seeds and we put them in the cookies. See, a lot of things that you might not know about Middle Eastern cuisine is that we incorporate a lot of foods that have a lot of health properties into our foods. So that's why, another reason why our food is so healthy. It's because we do extrapolate a lot of herbs and spices and remedies, and we put them in our cuisine.
Someone said black seed oil is a cure for everything except death.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Also, Muna says, yeah, Muna's watching.
Oh yeah, shout out to my cousin Muna. She's been Zooming every day and keeping me in shape. I love you, Muna, with all my heart. I've been killing it with her, doing like HIIT training, core training. We are determined to have six-pack abs after this quarantine is over.
Also, someone says they like your dress.
Oh, thank you. It's actually a shirt. It's a shirt. It's a double-layered shirt. It's not a dress, but thank you. The weather's heating up here in California, guys. I'm loving the sunshine, and that's another thing that's so important that people don't understand. to keep as healthy as possible, get plenty of sunshine and vitamin D. Don't sequester yourself in the closed space and not get that necessary sunshine. It's super, super important. Okay, yes, Natalia has spoken. Okay, this is super exciting. I'm unveiling this for the first time right now. So many of you guys, can you teach me how to make a gyro? Gyros are wonderful. I do have, okay, something similar to gyro is shawarma, and I have a shawarma recipe on my channel in the entrees, but why not branch out to gyros? You know what? You've actually inspired me. A call for an uprising. Maybe I'll cover the Greek festival and cover how they make gyros, or go to a Greek restaurant and get it straight from them so I could share it with all of you guys. So thank you for the suggestion. Now, as for olive oil, back to olive oil, because my mom used to take a shot of this every morning before she went for school, because her mom felt it had medicinal properties, and it surely does, especially if it's cold pressed from the source. With no heating whatsoever. The reason why I like Palestinian olive oil is because a lot of it comes from ancient trees that are thousands of years old. The soil there is phenomenal. It's super rich in minerals, and the flavor is outstanding. So here I have in my hand is a bottle of Harvest Peace. Okay, you guys, this is gonna be my de facto olive oil from now on going forward on Feast in the Middle East. I have talked to the company. They are amazing. They pay fair trade wages to the Palestinian farmers. The olive oil is exceptional, and from now on, if you want to get your olive oil, you could go to harvestpeace.com, and if you use my name Blanche TV, BLANCHE TV, you will get 10% off. I swear by this olive oil. This is what I'm going to be using from now on, so you guys never have to ask me again, Blanche, what kind of olive oil do you like? What kind do you use? It's most definitely this. It's green. It's just like I remember it when I was a kid growing up in Bethlehem on the summers. I mean, you just have to open the bottle and smell it, and it smells like nothing that you will find at Trader Joe's, folks. That's all I have to say about this. So I'm really excited about this partnership, because I've been trying to create a partnership with an olive oil that is based in Palestine that I could bring to all of you guys. And so it's right here.
Hey, Mom,
all right, so
two
Natalia.
questions.
Yes.
What, is black seed a paste, powder, or pill?
It's a syrup. So black seed oil, gosh, it looks like charcoal, guys. I kid you not. And I am going to be sharing a recipe.
Can you eat it?
You can eat it. Yeah, you can eat it. Natalia, look, I'm getting black crap. Look at this stuff. Okay. You're going to just stick did you wash your hands, girl? What are you doing? That's my daughter. This is what it looks like. Okay. It looks like charcoal paste, black seed oil. It doesn't taste good by itself. Okay. Nothing really, really good. You know what it kind of tastes like? If you get over the black factor, which I have in my teeth right now, it's kind of like tahini. It's kind of like tahini. It's a little bit like tahini. But the thing is, if you cook with it, it's going to turn everything black. It's like charcoal.
What's the name of the olive oil?
The olive oil is called Harvest Peace. I will put a link after this video is over, harvestpeace.com.
Oh yeah, because someone wants you to link all the products you mentioned.
I'm going to link everything. Good idea. I'm going to link everything I'm talking about right now. I'm going to talk about the Ziyad dates, the Al-Ard black seed, and the Harvest Peace olive oil, as well as the Al-Ard tahini. Like, this is all really good stuff. This is what I use in my kitchen. I swear by. And I can't tell you. First of all, I have to tell you guys, since I've been doing this a while, I get hit up every day by people, by companies who want me to show off their stuff. And
like a fridge?
Like, it's ridiculous. Like, so many people are like, can you feature my product? Can you feature my product? Can you feature my product? I am so picky. I can't even tell you how picky I am. I'm not going to show off anything just for shit and giggles. Okay? I'm only going to pick the things that I use, the things that I believe in, most often fair trade stuff. I am pretty much anti-corporate, like 90% of the time, unless there's like a really ethical company out there. So the stuff that I show you on my show is pretty legit, and I believe in it 1000%, because I'm not gonna just peddle a bunch of garbage to you guys. I feel your time and your money is too valuable and precious for that.
Okay, two more, wait, also.
Will I come on TV again? That's a good question. So I was on California Live not too long ago. I don't know how many, there's probably quite a bit of you that saw me on California Live. I should be on again sharing my favorite salad that was inspired by my pantry. So I taped this before the lockdown, and they've been waiting on it for a while. So I'm hoping that they show it very, very soon. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. I will be on NBC California Live very soon. I'm not sure when, but if I find out, I will let you guys know. And I will even post the link in my community section here so that you guys can take a look at it.
And Cass wants tips for not gaining weight during quarantine.
Tips for not gaining weight during quarantine. I hope you saw my, I did have a video not too long ago where I posted that exact information. It was like the 10 tips to stop from stress eating during quarantine. First of all, if you get sunlight, it elevates your mood. A lot of people are eating because they are depressed, and a great way to elevate that depression is to go out there and get some sunshine. Exercise will also elevate your mood. I'm an exercise fanatic. It does help that I'm a fitness instructor, so I've been exercising even more than I usually did before to make up for the fact that I'm not going out and running errands like I used to. So to overcompensate for the fact that I'm not doing non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is the activity you get every day from running errands, from walking here, from fidgeting, you have to keep that energy and activity level up. And if you don't, then throw in another workout, throw in a walk, and 1 hour walk. 1 hour walks are fantastic. You don't have to kill yourselves, people. You really don't. Just add an hour walk to your day and it'll do wonders for your physiology, for your psychology. I swear by that. And don't bring the food home. If you want to avoid eating junk food, don't buy it. You'll save money. And it's not going to be in your face tempting you to eat every 5 seconds, right? Every time you, this is an exercise, why don't you try this? Next time you go shopping and you're tempted to buy junk food, look at the price of that junk food, whether it's $5, $10, whatever. Don't buy it. Write down the cost of that. Put it in your notes on your phone. And every time you go, keep accumulating. And once you've realized that you've saved 30, 40, 50 bucks, treat yourself with that money that you would have spent on junk, treat yourself with something else. Maybe you want to get some new running shoes. Maybe you want to get some workout gear. Whatever it is, whatever makes you happy. A book that you like to read. Something that will take your mind off of that junk food. And you'll be amazed at how much money you're going to save and how much your body will appreciate that. Am I reducing my calories more? No, I'm not reducing my calories. I am eating the same calories I always eat. I just, the more you deprive yourself, the more you're likely to binge. So I'm not really an advocate for like starving yourself during quarantine. Don't do it, because what'll happen is if you keep starving yourself, at the 7th day, you're gonna be like, oh, screw that, I'm gonna eat a dozen donuts because I feel like it and because I earned it and because I starved all week. It's just not a good idea. Just moderation, guys, it's really important.
Hey Mom, when are you going back to Palestine?
When am I going back to Palestine? Well, sadly, I don't think I'm going to go back anytime soon, especially with all of these travel restrictions. I just got word from American Airlines that they're going to enforce all the mask wearing and stuff. I've had to cancel quite a bit of travel that I had anticipated this summer because a lot of the events that I was supposed to go to were canceled. So that's really sad. So I don't know. It's really, everything is kind of unpredictable, guys, right? It's not a good place to be in terms of this uncertainty that's in our future. Like, it's not even uncertainty about the virus I'm really afraid of. I'm more concerned about the uncertainty of the way our governments are acting. I'm not too fond of the civil liberties. I'm not fond of governments like, you know, of mothers getting arrested in parks. Meanwhile, they released, 3,500 inmates from LA, like pedophiles, like horrible criminals. They've released them from the jail, but yet at the same time, they're jailing moms who want to take their poor kid to the park because maybe their kid needs some change of pace, there's just a lot of things I'm disagreeing with right now. No virus to worry about, said a call from Uprising. To be honest, I've never been really scared about this virus at all. You can talk to a lot of people that are scared. I was never scared about the virus. I really have not been, because I know that the virus has been bioengineered to target A, the elderly, and B, people with a lot of other complications, from obesity to hypertension to respiratory diseases. The people that are dying are either above 80 years old or they have a lot of other problems that they're dealing with. And I knew that I don't fall in those categories. Now, if I did fall in those categories, yes, I would be very concerned. But I know that this is a man-made virus and that it's not going to affect me. So I've never been scared of it. I've always just, try to follow the law the best I can, but that's about it. What other comments are floating in? There's just like total.
There's a lot.
There's a lot flooding in. I'm trying to get to all of
I don't
them.
have any questions right now.
If you have comments, I'll read the comments too.
Wait. Oh yeah. Is it expensive to order products from Palestine, like shipping?
You know, it's not really very expensive to order products from Palestine because the products themselves are not that expensive, and sadly, a lot of Palestinians don't earn that much. So when you go to the West Bank, for example, when you go to Israel, it's just as expensive in Israel as it is in the United States. But when you go to the territories, to Palestine, it's a lot cheaper. The goods and services are a lot cheaper. So that's another reason why I try to support them as much as I can. And that's why I really like Harvest Peace, because they pay a living wage. They pay a living wage. An Italian that likes my recipes, what does it call for an uprising saying right now? He's Italian, which I love. Italians and
Italian who likes your recipes, and then he put
yeah, well, Italians and Arabs have a lot in common,
also,
definitely.
The procrastinator wants to know why you think the virus is man-made.
Why do I think the virus is man-made? There's a lot of reasons why. I've done a lot of research from the Wuhan lab, from patents that have been made on this virus that have been filed not just by China, but from our government, from the way Bill Gates is acting. And if you want to look into that, you can. This is just my personal opinion. I'm not stating it's fact, but if you go out there, the research is there. And I don't want to go down this rabbit hole because I don't want YouTube to delete my video at the moment, but trust me, the research is there. You can find it. You can look up US patents on it as well. You can look up Dr. Fauci's involvement with it as well. He's actually even funded a lot of experiments that deal with recreating this virus, which I don't think is very ethical. And he's the one in charge of our policy in terms of this virus. So yeah, watch me get demonetized now.
Okay, back to food stuff.
Let's talk about food.
Wait, Audrey's going for a 72-hour fast.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
She's only done 48 hours, and she said she feels awesome.
Yeah, see, the thing is, there are people that fast and people that don't fast. I've always been an advocate of fasting, especially the older you get. So like when I was in my 20s, I didn't even think about fasting, and I probably wouldn't, because your metabolism is at its peak. But as we get older and our metabolism slows down, or we've been subjected to years of environmental damage, not just from the food that we eat, from the water we drink, from the air that we breathe, fasting is super cleansing. And it's always important to do it safely. And I'm not an advocate of dry fast without water. I always drink plenty of water. And if you want to take electrolytes too, like, through salt or taking mineral water, that's also helpful too. But yeah, I've never done a fast that's 72 hours long, but people do tout the benefits of that. And for that, don't go to me, just go check out a book called The Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung, and you'll learn all about the benefits of fasting. I mean, I'm an advocate of it because, world religions have practiced fasting for millennia, from Christians to Muslims to Jews. Everyone's done their fasting in their own way for spiritual reasons. And so, Jesus fasted 40 days and he made it out okay. So definitely seek medical advice or read that book, The Obesity Code, for more guidance, because I'm not a doctor. So, but I can just tell you that I like fasting every now and then, just when I want to kind of cleanse myself out. Okay.
Okay, what's the difference between Middle Eastern and Mediterranean food?
Okay, Middle Eastern and Mediterranean food is very similar. Okay, so Mediterranean food is the big umbrella, and Middle Eastern food is a subset of Mediterranean diet. So Mediterranean diet encompasses the countries of the Mediterranean. So whether it's Italy, whether it is Greece, all of the Middle East, everybody has their interpretation of the Mediterranean diet. Middle Eastern food is just a genre that's like a subset of it. So what is the Middle Eastern diet? Middle Eastern diet doesn't have that much dairy. It's kind of dairy in moderation. It's got meats in moderation, a lot of legumes, a lot of seeds and nuts and fruits and vegetables, and that comprises basically the Middle Eastern diet. Whereas, the Italians follow it a different way, and they have maybe a bit more fish than the Middle Eastern people might eat. Or the Greeks as well. They have a very fish-heavy diet. But in a nutshell, all of these diets have been proven by the Mayo Clinic to be the heart healthiest diet that you can partake of. So it's the best for cardiovascular health. So that's why I'm an advocate of it. That's why, you know, a lot of people throw other diets at me. And you know, I say eat the diet that works best for you, that makes you feel good. So some people do best on a ketogenic diet, some on a vegetarian diet, some on a high carb, some on a low carb. It really depends on genetics, because some people process carbs really well and other people don't. Some people process fats really well and other people won't. But what I like about the Middle Eastern diet is it's just kind of a pretty balanced in terms of macronutrients, so that you feel your best, basically. So when I go there, when I go to the Middle East, I feel the best I ever have. It's because I'm eating my ancestral diet. So that's why I like to feature this cuisine on my channel. Hope that answered the question.
Yeah, that definitely did.
Okay, what else?
This one's kind of random. What spices are in Pakistan that aren't common in the U.S.? Like spices that would be hard to find here.
Okay, Pakistan or Palestine? I'm not too familiar with Pakistan, unfortunately. Yeah, so there is a difference between Palestine and Pakistan. The ones in Palestine that I know about, the spices that aren't used too much here are sumac powder, which is a brilliant, beautiful purple spice that's pretty cheap actually, and it gives a lemony, tangy flavor to dishes and a nice color. We use it in salads and fish and chicken. Another one is za'atar. Oh my gosh, how could I forget about za'atar? Za'atar.
Black powder.
Yeah, no, this is cute. No, so za'atar is a combination of sumac, sesame seeds, savory, and we use it in everything. We also use it as a health remedy and for mental acuity. And we use it over our eggs in the morning or sprinkled over cheese. We dip it in olive oil and then za'atar with bread and then eat it because the fat from the olive oil helps you absorb the minerals from the za'atar spice. So za'atar, sumac, cumin is huge in our culture, which is pretty easy to find here in the United States. And allspice. Allspice, contrary to what a lot of people might think, allspice is not a bunch of spices in one. It's just one spice. It's an allspice berry that's been ground up, and it's pretty much used in almost every Middle Eastern entree that I have on my channel, and I swear by allspice. And if you haven't tried it yet, I suggest you do. It's a magnificent spice. It has hints of cloves, nutmeg, a tiny bit of cinnamon, a little bit of cumin. It's like everything in one berry. It's fantastic, especially in soups. So hope that answered that question.
Is za'atar a kind of oregano?
Za'atar is very similar to oregano. It's kind of a spice blend. So some use oregano.
Says it has more flavor.
What has more flavor? What?
Za'atar has more flavor. That's
yes, za'atar has a lot more complex flavor than oregano. Oregano is great, but za'atar is it's just you have to try to understand it. It's got a little bit of nutty flavor. It's got a little bit of sour, some savory. And if you really want to try true za'atar in its essence, just take some pita bread, spread it with some olive oil, sprinkle za'atar over it, put it in the oven, and just eat. Add some feta cheese if you're really going crazy.
That they can't find it in the U.S. Like,
za'atar?
Yeah, like tell them where.
You know what? It really depends where you are in the United States, because here in Silicon Valley, you could find that stuff everywhere. Middle Eastern markets, 95% of the time, they will have za'atar. And if they don't, call them out on it, because they should, okay? They even sell the stuff online too. And if you want some good za'atar, I suggest my favorite Palestinian spice company is seaofherbs.com. Seaofherbs.com. You can check out all of their spices. They deliver to your house straight from Palestine. They are awesome. They're actually Jerusalem based. And they've been doing spices now for 400 years, intergeneration, from one generation to another. It's like one family that's been making these and selling them for hundreds of years. So they're fantastic.
Hey Mom, do you still have copies of your cookbook for sale?
Yes, I do still have copies of my cookbook for sale. You can go to my website at feastinthemiddleeast.com and just click on the cookbook tab to purchase. The reason why I don't like to tout Amazon is because Jeff Bezos takes 90% of the proceeds of my book.
Yeah, guys,
leaving me with barely anything. And at that rate, I won't be able to afford another print run. So I want to keep this cookbook going. And it was very costly to create because I self-published it. So I'm at the point where I'm just like breaking even if I sell this run. So I didn't do this for profit, guys. I did this as a service to you guys, because a lot of you guys wanted the recipes, A, all in one space, and B, you wanted meticulous directions. So that's why I created the cookbook. It's for you guys. And it's pretty reasonably priced, and it's beautiful, and it's still for sale. Go to feastinthemiddleeast.com. All right.
Did you already tell them what your favorite sumac brand is?
Sumac. I like to get my sumac from seaofherbs.com.
Oh, and can you list this and the za'atar one?
Yes, I will list everything I'm talking about. I will put it in the description section. Honestly, I can't do that now because I'm talking to you guys and it's a live feed. Yeah. But I will put it after it's posted. I'll make sure that it's in there so that you guys have a quick resource for everything. And I'll even post this on my blog, and I'll put my notes there as well. So my blog is feastinthemiddleeast.com. I'll make sure to put all the links there as well. So,
okay,
yeah.
Good. Okay, 2 people saying they're gonna buy your book. One person says One person says I want to buy the book, but I was looking for the recipe list. Like they want to know the recipe list of
the recipe list might be. I hate to direct people to Amazon, but I think they have the recipe list there. So if you want to look at the recipe list and then get the book away from Amazon, you can do that.
Yeah.
But pretty much all the recipes on my channel are in the book, and then some. I have some other ones like that I don't have on my channel, like kanafa, which is my favorite dessert on the planet, mensaf, which is that yogurt rice dish that's really popular in Jordan, sfiha, which are the meat pies, pita bread, homemade pita bread recipes, spinach pie. A lot of these stuff I haven't even posted on my channel simply because they're just too time consuming and cumbersome to videotape, but they're in my book. So it has everything on my channel and then some. So hope that helps.
Someone wants you to make a PDF version of your cookbook available.
To be honest, my cookbook is already available on Kindle and ebook version too. So if you don't want to get the hard copy, you can. It's again, if you go to my website and you click on the My Book Orders tab, you'll be able to get copies of the book as well. So hopefully that will help you guys out.
Is there going to be a fancy food show this year because of the virus?
You know, somebody asking about the fancy food show. Well, I think the one in New York has been canceled. Now, the one in San Francisco doesn't take place until next January. And I just hope we don't have another... I hope this never happens again. I hope that we're one and done and that this doesn't happen again. It's really up in the air right now. I mean, I honestly can't tell you whether it is or not. It just really depends on the course that the government's going to take, not the virus, but what the government's going to decide at that point. Yeah. So, and so far in California, Gavin Newsom is pretty much canceling all big events, and this is a really big event. So who knows if a lot of people are going to fight back or not, at least in California. I don't know about New York, how things are going to go over there, but California, Gavin, he's yeah, not my favorite. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
All right.
Sunset said she can't find it on Amazon or like the list of the recipe list.
The recipe list. Well, if you want an idea of what the recipe list is like, just go through my channel, go through my entrees, go through my desserts. Everything that you see on this channel is going to be in my book, so you can check that out. And maybe I could put something together down the line if people want to know. I can do that as well. So. Yeah. And peace and love. Peace and love. What other? Bring on the comments. Come on. What else do we have going on here?
From Turkey. I used to eat when a kid soft, fluffy bread.
You used to eat a soft, fluffy bread in Turkey?
No, someone else.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not carb phobic either, guys. I love my bread. Except I do try to get my flour from out of the country. I will literally spend more, like, some women, they buy designer bags. I like to buy designer flour, okay? I put more of an emphasis on what I put on my body than what I wear on my body. So, yeah. What else, Natalia?
Okay, Call for Uprising says they might need to show your face to help start something to make the people rise. Also, someone wants you to talk about...
He's so funny. I love him. He's hilarious.
Also, someone wants to know in Arabic coffee, what beans you use.
So I just source Arabica beans whenever possible. I just get them at the Middle Eastern food market. And also I like to mix it with some cardamom. So I'll take like a spice like cardamom, like a teaspoon, and I'll mix it with like a cup of Arabica beans that are ground, and I'll use that. And that'll be my coffee. Like I said, I really like to support small purveyors of coffee rather than big corporations. So I'm not the type of person to buy my coffee from like the big conglomerates like Starbucks or Peet's. I'd much rather go to a Middle Eastern market and get some off-brand that's like, you know, from a smaller source company. And fair trade is really awesome. So you know what's another thing? There are a lot of people in danger right now. Our food, this is something I really want to talk about. Right now, there are a lot of people that we need to support during this whole crisis that are providing the food for us, and this is how we can support them. First of all, ranchers are in danger. They're forced to kill their harvest. This is mind-blowing, guys. This rancher just came out, his name is Chad Sullivan, talking about how the government is forcing them to kill their cows, kill their chickens, destroy their eggs. This is pretty catastrophic to smaller ranchers. And at the same time, the government is shipping meat in from countries like Namibia in Africa and bringing them to the United States. Now, these other places they're shipping them from, they're not going to have very stringent practices when they're processing this beef. So it's kind of hit or miss what you're getting. So it's imperative. If you have a farmer's market and you've got ranchers at the farmer's market, go support them. If you live near ranchers, go support them. Get your meat and eggs from them instead of getting it from your standard, chain supermarket. It is so important to support these small farmers. Also, the small farmers at the farmer's market. Make sure that you do that because these people are going broke and it's not a joke, because the best way to control a people is to control their food supply. I mean, I know that people don't understand that, but it's very true. The fewer and fewer hands that our food is being consolidated into these echelons of power, the less likely that we're going to have a say about what we eat in the future. And some of these ranchers are concerned. I mean, they're concerned that this is a dedicated effort to remove meat from our supply. And I know that a lot of people that don't eat meat are rejoicing, but this should be a free country where people can choose if they want to get their ethically sourced meat from an ethical rancher. They should be able to do so. So this is the most important time, guys. If you don't see what you want at the Costco's and at the Walmarts, please go to your local farmers and support them so that they can keep doing what they do.
Yes, support small businesses down with the big corporations.
Yes, exactly. Who said that? Support small.
Justin Gooding.
Justin is on. Oh, I love you, Justin. You're such a sweetheart. I always love his comments, and thank you for joining. Okay. Justin is a sweetheart. I adore him. He's been following the channel for a long time.
Wow.
And what else?
2 more questions.
Yes.
He remembers that you said your mom lived in Venezuela, and he wants to know if you like arepas.
I love arepas. Who's asking this question?
Josh Sanabria.
Oh, Josh, you're back. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Like 4 or 5 questions.
Sí, claro que sí. Me encantan las arepas. Y si puedo comerlo cada día, I would. It's my Arabic, my Spanglish. Sí, yo hablo español también porque mi mamá vivió en Venezuela durante su cuando estaba 8 años hasta las 16 años. Y entonces mi mamá habla español también y enseña la cultura de España, de Venezuela y todo esto. And that's why and that's why my daughter speaks. She's studying Spanish and she's learning Spanish too. So we have a lot of Latin in my family. A lot of people might not know this, but there is a lot. I mean, I grew up listening to Julio Iglesias because of my mom. So yeah, we have a lot of Spanish and Latin American influence. We love Latin culture in my family. Absolutely love it. So yeah.
2 more things.
Yes.
Cito said he misses us. And
Cito?
Yeah.
My grandfather's on? I mean, my dad, your grandfather? Yeah, my dad?
It says Edmond A.
Oh my gosh, my dad is on the feed. Hi, Baba.
Also,
Hi, Baba.
Someone wants to know if you buy flour from Palestine.
I don't buy flour from Palestine. If I could, I would. I don't know of a purveyor right now. Like I said, it took me many, many years to secure a relationship with Harvest Peace so that you guys could get a discount on it and so I could get this here to the United States. That's what I'm trying to do with this olive oil, is to make it popular in the United States. So again, go to harvestpeace.com, use promo code BlancheTV, get 10% off. Harvestpeace.com or .org. Gosh, I better get that straight, guys. As far as flour, no. I get my flour from French companies because I know in France they don't use as many pesticides and as much GMOs. So right now I'm getting my flour from France because, like I said, I prefer designer flour over designer bags. I don't have any designer bags to speak of to my name. You won't find Chanel or Louis Vuitton or any of that stuff in my house. But you will find flour from France in my house, okay? Because that's how I roll. Okay?
Okay, I have another
Yes.
question. Oh, it says, have you ever heard of hot, sweet black tea flavored with oregano? Someone made it and it wasn't made. If you do, can you show us how to make it?
I've never heard of hot, sweet black tea with oregano before. This is a new one. I mean, we have all kinds of tea. Like I did one, if you look at my olive harvest video, you could see black tea that we made with sage. Sage and black tea is really popular in my culture, but this hot, are you sure that's not like a Southern Texan thing? They like their sweet tea down there, right? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I need to investigate that one. Thank you for broadening my horizons. I will be sure to look into that right now. Can you tell how many people are on right now? I can't even tell.
39.
There's 39? Okay. And what else?
Oh wait, please list flour company, please.
Okay, I will list a flour company. I will list my favorite flour company as well. I will do that. You know, I didn't go through hate mail. Should I go through hate mail, guys? It'll be kind of fun.
Hate mail,
Hate mail, hate mail.
Hate
Let's
mail.
go through some hate mail.
I
Okay.
love hate.
You love hate
I
mail.
love hate.
Here's another one. Let's see, hate mail. Let's see. Hate mail. Here's one. Arabs are a superior race, but we are Turks, so please go away from our country. We don't want Syrians here. I'm like, okay. So this person's confused because on the one hand, they say that Arabs are superior, but we are Turks, so go away from our country. You know, I know that there are a lot of Syrian refugees in Turkey, so I cannot speak to that. I just know that the poor Syrians have been given a horrible lot in life. I'm not Syrian myself, so I cannot speak to the Syrian experience, but I just want to say that just stop bombing Syria. I just want to tell Western powers to stop bombing Syria, and a lot of these problems will go away. As far as more, yes.
Well, the person with the hot tea is from Palestine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so they know more about me. They need to teach me about the hot tea, because I don't know.
Hey, Lisa, teach her about hot tea.
Lisa, you're going to have to teach me about the
Well,
hot
she
tea.
doesn't know about it. Her friend made it for her.
All right. Now, here's another one from Nat. Why not keep it authentic when you make the fattoush salad and fry the bread and no beans? I never put beans in my fattoush because then it won't be fattoush anymore. And when you want to introduce an authentic dish, you should show the real deal, the way it was originally done. Or don't substitute anything, or else give it a different name, or make it your own type of salad. Okay, this is where I disagree. I think there are like 50 different ways to do a recipe. There's no one right or wrong way. Cooking is an art, and my experience as a Palestinian American may not be the same as a Syrian American or a Lebanese American. Everyone has their own different touches and additions, and no one size fits all. And if I don't want to fry the bread and put it in my salad because I think it defeats the purpose of it being a salad, that doesn't mean it's no longer a fattoush salad. Fattoush salad to me entails a salad that has sumac and olive oil, maybe a bit of pomegranate molasses, some lettuce, tomato, some cucumber, and of course the signature bread, the croutons made from pita bread. Now, if you want to fry the bread, I tell you, go ahead and fry the bread. And if you don't like me, then don't fry the bread. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to stop calling it fattoush. So if you have an issue with that, then start your own cooking channel and do it your way.
Hey, Mom, your mom's on it too.
Oh, my mom's on it?
She says, hi, Blanche.
Oh, I miss you, Mom. I can't wait to see you again. I hope to see you again soon. I love you. I love you, Mom and Dad.
Do you have a
Yeah.
Snapchat? And what's your Instagram?
I do not have a Snapchat. I just have zero patience for Snapchat, but I do have an Instagram. You can follow me at blanchemedia.com. I mean, at Blanche Media, BLANCHE Media. And you can find me on Instagram. So that's where I'll be. As a matter of fact, I had a really fun live conversation on Instagram. And because I know you guys aren't on my site there, what I'm going to do is repackage it and release it next week so you guys can see. It was a fascinating conversation. I had with a Syrian American, and we talked about how growing up Arab American has totally prepared us for this quarantine in a way we never imagined before in our lives. And we just talked about the funny idiosyncrasies of growing up Arab American here in the United States. So look out for that next week. I'm working on that as we speak. So here's another hate mail. Nablus has some amazing sweets. Unfortunately, the people are conniving snakes. They are to be watched. Trust me, they are shady people. So just be careful. If someone says they're from Nablus, come on, really? You're going to call people wholesale snakes just because they're from the town of Nablus? That's pretty crazy and pretty racist and pretty just downright xenophobic. I've been to Nablus many times. I found the people were absolutely lovely. That is the birthplace of the dessert called kanafa, which I absolutely love. And I refuse. The human race is doomed. Yes, thank you very much. So yeah, so Nablus is a beautiful hilly town where goats roam, and the people are so welcoming and hospitable. You have to go to Nablus for yourself to see how kind and sweet the people are. So when people call people snakes right away, that's a red flag for me that that person is majorly racist. And I do get a lot of racist comments on my my stuff. Most of the time I delete them because it's like you're taking a crap in my living room floor. And I'm all for debate and, you know, other points of view, but when you start getting like really nasty and belligerent and racist, that's when I kind of draw the line.
Hey, Mom.
Yes.
Okay, so Via's making meshi and stuff with grape leaves and natayef.
Wow.
For the weekend for us.
Are you serious?
And also, Joss wants to know any new spices shipped from Palestine.
Oh, wow. So any new spice? You know what? I should probably, there's one spice that I absolutely love from Sea of Herbs. It's called the Jerusalem Spice Mix, and it's pretty much versatile with everything. It smells, two spice mixes from them. One is the Jerusalem Spice Mix, and the other one is the barbecue spice mix. And as we are approaching summertime and you want a barbecue spice rub.
Hey, Fatty's from Nablus.
What?
Luna texted Fatty's from Nablus.
Fatty's from I love Fatty and I love Nablus, so get over it. Anyway, so yeah, so Jerusalem and barbecue spice mixes, go to seaofherbs.com. I should be doing work with them in the future. Maybe I can secure some spice blends that I could sell through them or something, because I love them. They're amazing. And you could use it with any dish you could imagine.
Oh, say bye for a call for Uprising. He said he's gonna...
Is he taking off? Okay.
I don't know. He says, hope you and your family are well. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you. Call for an Uprising. Thank you for the work you do. And again, everyone that's watching, please go to his channel, subscribe. If you want to know the story behind the story that the mainstream media won't tell you, he will give it to you up front and straight. The guy's fearless, and he's brilliant. So go check him out.
Oh, okay. We got a lot of questions now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the best way to help Palestinians?
What's the best way to help Palestinians? Well, in the United States, the best way to help is to call your legislator and tell them that you support their freedom, you know, and that you don't want your tax money going to fund war over there, because sadly, a lot of our tax dollars do go there to fund war. And they couldn't do it with our assistance. And as a matter of fact, as we are going through this pandemic, Israel is asking for billions more tax dollars as an advance. So this is money that we work for, that we want to use for our schools, our infrastructure, people that are suffering because of loss of homes, not enough food. There are food lines at the food banks snaking around the block. We need this money as Americans. So ask them, tell them that you'd rather have this hard-earned tax money rerouted to the American people instead of going to fund war over there. I think that's a singular most way, and to, of course, to buy their products. If you can go to, there's a lot of websites that I absolutely love that sell their merchandise, from seaofherbs.com for spices to 10,000 Villages if you want to get gifts for your friends. 10,000 Villages is amazing. They have like artisanal, like ceramics made by them, as well as Al-Ard, A-L-A-R-D. They sell food as well. Of course, olive oil purveyors like Harvest Peace. So, you know, you could buy their merchandise and make sure that you call your legislator and let them know what you think, because they don't know what people think, and they'll just keep doing the same thing. And the United States has a heavy hand in what's going on over there. It's not literally between two countries, we have a big stake in it too. So that's really important. Hope I answered the question.
I think so. Okay, 2 questions to different
Yeah.
people. One wants to know what's your favorite Arabic dish, and the other is what's your favorite quick breakfast and quick dessert.
Okay, quick dessert. I just made a quick dessert today, guys, and it was a healthy dessert. It was my quarantine specialty. I take protein powder, okay? Any kind of protein powder you want. Just make sure it's pretty low in carbs. I mix it with an egg and some baking powder and throw in some maybe coconut milk, and I make a pancake or a mug cake with it. So you can either toss it like a pancake or put it in the microwave and microwave it for a minute. I also have my favorite carrot cake. It's my quarantine carrot cake. You can look that up. I just posted that a couple of weeks ago on my playlist. I like to use protein powder because it's very satiating and very filling, and it's sweet. And so that's all I need. I need it to be full and I need it to be sweet, and I add some almond butter to it or sugar-free syrup. And that's like my favorite dessert. As well as these dates, these Ziad brand. If I want something that tastes like caramel and chocolate at the same time, I love dates. I stuff them with almond butter or cashew butter. And to me, that tastes just as good as any old Snicker bar or Twix bar. They're absolutely delicious. So that's my favorite dessert. My favorite entree has got to be maklouba. That's also in my playlist. It's an upside down cake of like rice, cauliflower, and either lamb or chicken. I love roasted cauliflower, caramelized onions. It's one of my favorites, and it's on my channel. It is time consuming to make, but it's so worth it. It's delicious. What else?
Okay, Heather's from London, and she wants to know how you're coping with the lockdown.
I'm not coping with the lockdown very well because I hate to see so much suffering around me, okay? There are different levels of suffering. What I really hate on Twitter, for example, is when people trivialize the suffering. They're like, oh, everybody just want businesses to open again so that they could get their nails done and get their hair done and blah, blah, blah. No. That's really trivializing this. What's happening right now is people have become homeless, or they've lost their jobs, they've lost their homes, they don't have the means to even secure food, so they're lining up at the food banks to eat. You have a lot of abusive relationships, so women that are facing domestic violence are basically held and in captivity with their abuser. Likewise with children, child abuse is through the roof because you've got these desperate and angry parents who don't have a means of income, and you've got the children sequestered in the home with them, so child abuse is through the roof. You've got a lot of people who have cancer, who have kidney problems, kidney dialysis, who can't go get the care they need in hospitals. I actually have somebody in my family, sadly, who suffered from a heart attack because he ignored his chest tightening. He didn't go because he was afraid to get the virus. But what happened? He got a heart attack and he passed away. And I'm still so incredibly in shock that this happened to him because he's such a vivacious, energetic, wonderful man. And this happened to him. You've got an escalation in suicides. Again, my family has been touched by a suicide. I'm not going to mention who. There's been a lot of problems that have been stemming that people don't understand. The secondary problems are even worse than the virus problems that everybody's ignoring, and they're trivializing it and saying it's because we want to get our freaking nails done. No, that's not what's happening. These problems are monumental. And here in California with Gavin Newsom literally wanting to shut us down another month, it's disgusting. I don't understand why he's doing this. Especially, I mean, I'm all for the elderly and people with lots of complications staying home. But if you are able-bodied, you're living alone, or you don't have any of these problems, you should be able to at least go back to work and maintain some safety. Especially because these 2 physicians have said that you have a 0.03 chance of getting this in California. So, you know, I don't see why he has to lock down another month, especially because this virus is killed within 2 minutes of hot sunlight. So, and it's very hot, and I don't think that this has much of a chance of proliferating when the weather's heating up. In the winter is another story, but right now we're in the midst of summer here. So that's my diatribe. I'm going off way too much.
Okay, we got a lot more questions.
A lot more questions. Wow.
Have you ever been to Jordan, since we're all 11 people who once had one country?
Yes, I have been to Jordan. I absolutely love Jordan. It's beautiful, especially Aqaba. Yeah, I've been to Jordan. It's a town that overlooks the Red Sea. It's magical. The sunsets are just beautiful. I got to go hiking at Petra in the heat, and I absolutely love Jordan. I think it's a beautiful country.
My friend's name is Jordan, and I love her too.
Yeah.
Okay, so one person says, "Do you still work out outside every day?" And another person says, "How old are you?" And then the third person says she looks young.
Okay, I'm not going to talk about how old I am because I would tell you guys, but then there are some people that judge. One day I will reveal my age, but
age reveal video.
I'll do an age reveal video. I just feel a lot younger than I am, and do I work out? And it's probably because I work out as much as I do. I work out inside and outside. I mix it up because I get bored. So yes, absolutely, I will work out outside. No problems there. And I think we need that fresh air and vitamin D. And what else is there?
Oh,
I missed something else.
We had a job lost in Audrey's immediate family. Like someone in her family just lost their job.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Audrey. I am just praying that they can get things rolling again so that people aren't like literally one check away from homelessness, which is looking more dire by the day. And I hope your family member's okay. Yeah.
Blanche for president.
Blanche for president? Oh gosh. You know, if I were to become president, they would kill me because I would do everything the exact opposite of what's being done now, because I'm all about the people, and the people that get nominated to be president, whatever party it is, are not for the people. They are there to serve the elite. And so long as you know that, you'll understand government in a nutshell. And I studied government. That was my major in college, and I was a reporter for like 15 years. I've kind of figured out the way it all works. That's why I'm not working in mainstream like journalism anymore. So anyway, on to the next one. What else is going on?
Somebody thinks you're 29.
I'm 29. I freaking wish, okay? I freaking wish I was 29, but if you want to pretend I'm 29,
wow, that's like way.
if you want to pretend I'm 29, I will pretend I'm 29. Sounds good to me. You just made my day. Thank you for just making my weekend. I love you. Who is this person? Sarah, I love you, Habibti. I love you, Sarah. God bless you, Sarah. Running for office, sell your soul to the devil. Amen. Yes, that's what that all means. That's why I've never been much of a politician, because usually it's the sociopaths that become politicians, the ones that crave power, that want to dominate other people. Those are the people that usually run for office. I've never been one to want to dominate other people. I'd rather help other people. And those people are not in office, sadly. Very few.
Audrey wants you to run for office, though.
Yeah, well, you know, can't do it now. I got too much to do. Yeah. Anything else?
Okay,
should I wind this down?
I don't know.
Are we good?
Hey,
Maybe I should wind this down. Who?
Lorraine.
Lorraine! Okay, guys. You know what? This is a good time to introduce my sister, Lorraine. Now, my sister has never wanted to be in any of my videos, but if you met my sister, she's truly one of the funniest people you will ever meet in your entire life. Like, my sister deserves her own sitcom.
She says no.
Yes, she deserves her own reality show, her own sitcom. If you just spend an afternoon with her, you'll be peeing in your pants of laughter. That girl is, I love my sister with all my heart. I really do. I love you, Lorraine. And I do hope one day you will be open to having a camera peek into your day so that other people can have a brighter day as well. Because Lorraine rocks. Lorraine totally rocks. And that's why I haven't had her on my show, because she's camera shy. She hates the camera. Even when we have like birthdays, she like runs away. She'll go run away to another room. I'm like, what are you doing, sis? Why do you do this all the time? I have no pictures on my phone of my sister, barely any, because she's so camera shy, no matter where we are or what we're doing. Anyone else out there that camera shy? I wish she wasn't so camera shy. Anyway, what else is...
Justin Gooding says, when people ask my age, I always say 29 forever, lol, wink, wink, I'm 51.
Yeah, oh really? Justin is probably, like his energy online seems like that of a 29-year-old. Like, I love his young energy. So you and I are in the same boat in that we just are 29 forever.
And that's just how it is. Laughter's the best medicine, and tequila.
Laughter and tequila. And guess what? Can you guys wish my sister happy birthday? Because her birthday is Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May. And I'm hoping that everybody will be able to party across the country on her birthday and celebrate life and freedom. Okay?
Okay, well, Layla wants you to talk about how to stay positive.
How to stay positive. Well, that's really hard because I have my negative moments. Just ask my family, right?
Yeah.
So how I stay positive? What I do is I have an attitude of gratitude, right? So I always see like how much worse it can be. And then all of a sudden I'm in a position where I'm like, you know what? I'm doing pretty okay. I'm doing fine. I woke up, I've got my health, I'm walking, I have electricity, I have running water, I have food to eat. Life is good, you know? And so when you come from an attitude where like you start off the day thanking like God or whatever, if you don't believe in God, just be having an attitude of being thankful for 5 things that day. That'll set the pace for the entire day. So you could try this exercise. I've tried it. It really works. I try to do it as often as I can. Sometimes I forget because, you know, we forget. We get caught up in all of the things that we have to do throughout our lives. But yes, just count 5 things every day that you're grateful for. And I'm sure you could find 5 things, you know, just if you're walking and talking, those are things to be thankful of. If you're disease free, if you have running water to drink from, you know, all those things are blessings. They're all gifts that can be taken away, sadly. So, yes.
Wow, so someone invited you to a Zoom meeting with her students in Indiana in June. Are you willing to meet with them?
Oh, wow. Why don't you could send me an email and I'll take a look at that. That sounds very cool. You can, send me an email. If you go to the About section of my YouTube page, it should have my email there and you could shoot me an email and I'd be happy to look into that. Thank you.
And someone wants to know how you learned to cook.
I learned to cook from watching my mother, and also I was, back in the day, they had all the cooking channels on PBS. I would watch them religiously. Like I loved Jacques Pepin, I loved Yan Can Cook. I loved all those like kind of OGs of cooking before even Food Network. And so I used to watch them, and then my mom had a bunch of cookbooks and I'd like kind of leafing through them and trying new things. And you know, it's a hit or miss. I mean, sometimes I ended up making things that I hated. I ended up throwing away in the garbage. But the point is you have to try, you have to make that leap. And so it's a trial and error process. And of course, I took a ton of cooking classes too. As I got older, I took many, many, many cooking classes. And so that helped as well. Oh, you got Natalia there making herself comfortable. And so, so you don't have to take cooking classes, but try something on YouTube. Try something on my channel. I try to break it down so that it's very easy. What else, Natalia? What else is going on?
What do you do for work?
What do I do for work? Oh, gosh. You're looking at it. I mean, okay, so I wrote a cookbook.
You write articles.
I write articles for newspapers. I'm a newspaper columnist, so I write for several newspapers. I do food columns for them. I also do food columns for ArabAmerica.com. I teach at cooking classes in my region. I teach cooking classes in person, in real life.
Will you ever do cook-alongs?
Will I ever do cook-alongs? Yeah, I should probably do something like that. Maybe I'll see. I also teach fitness. I'm a big fitness fanatic and I teach fitness, and that's what I miss a lot. I miss seeing my students at the gym. I'm so sad about the gym being closed. That was like the hardest thing for me to take throughout this whole thing was the gym being closed. So yeah, I do quite a bit in the realms of cooking and fitness. So that's what my life revolves around right now.
Do you ever make idja?
Edja?
I don't know.
Is it IJIE?
We make the egg squash scallions, onions,
Yes.
a little bit of flour, and cooked in butter.
Yes, I love edja, and I have a recipe for edja on my channel. So if you go to the vegan vegetarian playlist, you can see not only my edja recipes, but what other substitutes I use for flour if somebody wants a gluten-free option or a low-carb option. So yeah.
Says, can you teach fitness online?
Can I teach fitness online? Well, I've considered that, but I think that would entail like another channel because it would be kind of weird. Natalia likes to hang upside down, by the way. Yeah. I think I would have to start like a completely different channel because unless you guys think it would be appropriate here. I mean, what do you think? I think a lot of people come here for like cooking and nutrition. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. I do like boot camp type stuff, and I love dance fitness. And dance fitness is a little tough, but you know, it is teachable on here.
Evie says you should make a Munsif cook video. Everyone would love
Yes, Mensef is in the works. We'll probably do that one eventually.
Hey, I love to hang upside down too.
Yeah, a lot of other people. Yeah, my daughter likes to hang. She's like a bat. She likes to hang upside down.
I'm a typical teenager.
Yes, typical teenager likes to hang upside down.
Weird question, but I love your hair and was wondering what products you use.
What products do I use for my hair? Okay, well, what I like to do is I like to use Sea of Herbs. They have a fantastic Dead Sea mud product that I really, really like. It's a Dead Sea mud shampoo. And so it uses, minerals from the Dead Sea to nurture the hair. I also like to moisturize my hair with olive oil. So I like to put it on the ends. And especially if it's hot outside, I'll throw it in a bun and let the olive oil do its magic before I wash it. So I really like the Sea of Herbs shampoo products and olive oil. Pretty simple stuff. Hi, Florida. How are you doing?
Mom, you do debka?
Do I do debka? No, I don't do debka. I teach salsa, hip hop, belly dance, but I don't do like the really amazing debka that I love watching. I never learned how to do it. I'm sure I could learn how to do it, but I haven't done that. So, anything else, kiddos?
Hello from Florida.
I want to be in Florida right now. I'm sure it's so beautiful out there. I love Florida. Love Miami. Do I speak Arabic?
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
أنا بحكي عربي. العربي تبعي يعني مش هالقد تمام عشان بحكي انجليزي، بس انا تعلمت عربي اول شيء لما كنت بنت صغيرة، وبعدين تعلمت انجليزي في المدرسة بحكي عربي. Always enjoy your recipes. Thank you, Cora. I'm so glad you like the recipes. Wait till it gets hot and the hurricanes come. I'm so sorry. I hope you're spared of the hurricanes in Florida. I really hope so. I hope the hurricanes don't hit you guys this time around. Every time a hurricane comes around, I'm like praying for the Floridians. I don't want anything bad to happen to them.
Hey, have you interviewed James Zogby, American Arab?
I know about James Zogby. I don't know him personally, but I really admire his work. I think he's a great guy. I think he's awesome. I tried your fattoush salad and I loved it. Thank you, Amreen. I'm so glad you liked my fattoush salad, and I'm still going to call it fattoush, even though I didn't deep fry the croutons. So there.
Muna loves you, Blanca Nieves.
I love you, Moon Doggy Dog. So my cousin's name Muna, but she goes by Moon Doggy Dog. I love her to death. She's like another sister. She's a sister from another mister. This is so cool. I got like my family here. I got all kind of peeps here.
Products.
I'll list my hair products. I'll do that too.
Also, someone wants you to do another.
Maybe I'll try to get even like promo codes for you guys. I'll get some promo and discounts for you guys too. How about that?
Someone wants you to do another picnic. That was from a while.
You guys like the picnic? Do you guys like my picnic idea? If you haven't seen my picnic, check out my Ful Mudammas video. I decided to do it old school style where I sat with my kids and I'm like, we're just gonna have a picnic because we have time to do that. We never had time to do that before. Our weekends were absolutely psychotic from morning till night. I'd be exhausted come Monday. But the good part about this whole quarantine is at least I'm enjoying my weekends a bit more, a little more chill. You know, I like a chill.
A lot more chill.
Lot more chill than we used to, right?
Oh yeah, so much more chill.
Oh my gosh, our weekends used to be a cyclone from beginning, like wake up at 8 in the morning, get to the baseball game, get the snacks on.
Okay,
oh my God.
but some stuff. This person, because you speak Arabic, they want to know if you know what their name means. And also, Justin said something about New York.
Justin, I wish you could come to New York someday when it's safe again and share your amazing vision in person. Oh, you are so sweet, Justin. I hope to come out to New York. I would love to come out to New York. We'll see. Never know. Never know where this will take me. Love your Ace Halford. Love your What's your favorite celebrity chef? What's my favorite celebrity chef? You know who I really like? I like Nigella Lawson because she's just so sassy and she has her own style, and it's just, she's very like sensorial. Like when you watch, you could almost smell what she's making. I like the time that she takes. I like her food philosophy. I just love her. I just think she's so cute. And she's like curvy, you know, she's not like starving herself like some of those celebrity chefs. You know, like, you know, we're cooking with food. We're not going to be starving ourselves and pretending that we like food, for crying out loud. If I have a little pudge, I have a little pudge. So deal.
Like the fruits.
You know, that's just, oh gosh. List hair products. Do I speak Arabic? Have you interviewed? Oh, have I interviewed James? I never interviewed James Zohbi. I've interviewed a lot of celebrities, guys.
And those were the ones that we already did.
You can look at some of my older videos. I have a lot of celebrity interviews on this channel that I posted a long time ago. You guys can see all my interviews with like different celebrities.
She made so many cool.
Josh, do you have any suggestions for probiotics and multivitamins? You know what? I really don't take probiotics. I just think of like yogurt as a probiotic myself, as well as Lebanon cheese. And I know those are dairy products. I hope you're not like sensitive to dairy, but I really like sort of natural probiotics. So I really don't take any. And as far as multivitamins go, I just think that animal foods have a lot of nutrition in them, especially like red meat. And I don't eat red meat that often, but I sort of take it as a multivitamin, like liver. Like one of my favorite ones is Antler Farms. Antler Farms is a company I work with. They have a liver supplement. That liver supplement is amazing because I don't like to eat liver. So I take a liver supplement because I know it's going to have a lot of bioavailable vitamins and minerals in there that I could get from liver, but without having to eat it. So I really like that.
Also, remember what the person said: black seed paste is the cure to everything.
That black seed paste, you want to just like...
It's the cure to everything except for death.
The cure to everything except for death. That should be the mantra. Nigella, it's called Nigella paste. Black cumin seed paste. This stuff has worked wonders for Palestinians for thousands and thousands of years.
It's getting all over my hands.
So, and I'm glad it gets all over everything. It's very messy. I'll share a recipe featuring this, guys. It'll be fun. It'll be covered with black stuff. It'll look like I'm drowning in charcoal. It'll be awesome. Won't you guys like that? Okay. Are you teaching Natalia how to cook? Oh, of course, my mom asks. To keep of course Natalia's going to learn how to cook, and she's going to get my cookbook. Yes, she's learning how to cook a lot of things, Mom. She helps me with lasagna, with kusamahshi. She's learning how. How does it feel like to be being married to a white guy as an Arab woman? I'm not married to a white guy. I'm married to an Arab man.
He looks kind of...
My husband is American born just like me, so we basically have the same experience where we're first generation and we are as American as apple pie, but we also like to retain our cultural heritage at the same time. So like we love baseball, we love all American things. We love apple pie. We love the American Constitution. I love the American Constitution and what it stands for. I'm a big fan of the Constitution. But at the same time, we love our traditions and the way our family is so loving and caring and hospitable, and we like to keep that going in our family. So, Nigella's kusbara in Arabic. Yes, thank you, Mom. My mom, if you want to know who really speaks amazing Arabic and writes it, it's my mom. My mom speaks and writes like 5 languages. She's amazing. And I looked up to her. That's why I had to at least learn 3 languages to somewhat catch up with my mother. What is kuspara? Kuspara is the word for this, the nigella seeds. Kuspara is the Arabic word for the nigella seeds of this black seed paste that is the cure to everything but death. Okay. It's like arak. Okay, we need to do a pie segment. Okay, my sister.
Yes!
Yeah, my sister loves pies.
My
daughter likes pies.
I love pies so much.
Okay, and how many of you out there like pies? If you would like me to make a pie, tell me what kind of pie you would like me to make, and I'll make it.
No, March 14th is Pie Day because it's 3.1.
But March 14 already passed.
Oh, dang it.
We passed. Pie Day already passed.
No, math class in 9th grade, we got like 10
let's see.
pies.
My top 3 cuisines. Okay, guys, are you ready for this? My favorite cuisines are, of course, Middle Eastern food. And I love Vietnamese food and Japanese food.
Yeah. Oh, someone said, "Did you like sushi?" And I was
like,
yes.
I freaking love sushi. I love Japanese food. I love the Japanese aesthetic. I love their use of raw fish. I love raw fish. I love all the sushis and all the rolls. And I love Vietnamese food because of its simplicity and it's not greasy and it's packed with so much flavor. And I love their combos of like sweet and savory. I love they put peanut sauce on everything. I love fish sauce and peanuts and all the fresh vegetables that they use, and I love how they grill their meats, and I love like the 5 spice powder that they use. I love Vietnamese food. I'm making my daughter hungry. Asian food totally rocks. Vietnamese food rocks. Any Palestinians pies? The pies that we call pies are basically hand pies, like spinach pie, meat pies. savory pies, not really sweet pies. We don't really have sweet pies. So yeah, it's all like meat and spinach based stuff wrapped in dough. Like dough with spinach or meat on it, we call it a pie. Kind of like the British that way, I guess. Don't they have the same thing? Do I like spicy food? No. I don't, well, it depends. I love Indian food because I like the spices that they use. Like I like spice, I don't like heat. I should be more specific. I like spicy food, I just don't like heat in my food. I don't like cayenne or jalapenos because I feel like I can't taste the food. I just taste the spice, but I can't taste the food. So my dad though, he's a champ. He'll go and eat the hottest chilies you can imagine, like an apple.
He grows them in his backyard.
Yeah, he grows them in his backyard to scare away all the other like critters. And at one point, I think his garden was overtaken by hot chilies. So my dad is a champ. Like I wish I had his stamina. I just don't. I did not say sweat pies, Lorraine. I said sweet pies. So my sister said I said sweat pies. I did not say sweat pies. A taif is like a sweet pie, but no, it's like a turnover, Mom. It's not like a pie. Like when people imagine pie, they want like a crust with something in it. We don't really have something with a crust and stuff in it. Brazil has a lot of savory pies. Good to know. Yeah, namura is not a pie. Namura is like a semolina cake. What are the benefits of sumac for your health? That's a good question. Sumac, I don't really know. I mean, you could probably look it up. I'm sure if you Google, you'll find a lot of medicinal properties for sumac. But you can't take too much sumac because I think it's poisonous in massive quantities. So take it easy, like only a sprinkle, but don't like go out and eat a cup of sumac. It's not a good idea. Joining your dad's team, said Ali. Oh, you like to eat jalapenos like my dad. Okay. No, it's not kuzbara, it is kesha, said Aida. Kuzbara is coriander. Okay, Mom, so kuzbara is coriander and kesha is the black cumin seed. Za'atar or jibna? I like za'atar and jibna. I like to put za'atar on my cheese. I like to put za'atar on my eggs. I like to put za'atar on my eggs and cheese. So there you go. I like za'atar on everything. So, I think I'm going to wrap this up, guys. I don't know how people do like 3-hour-long streams. I feel like my voice is leaving me now. I loved hanging out with you guys. Thank you for brightening my Friday. I just wanted to reach out and say hello to all of you. Let you know that I have a fun interview coming up next week with my Syrian friend. And if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see on this channel, please leave them in the comments below. And again, from what I said earlier, disclaimer, I do not think anything is a cure for anything. I'm just all about enhancing health holistically any way we can. And so that's why I share my holistic methods. They're not cures. Thank you, Blanche TV and Fit. Thank you all. I loved hanging out with you guys. Would love to see a dolma tutorial. I have one already, Mike. I have one. It's called warak anab. It's stuffed grape leaves. It's on my channel, so you can see exactly how we made it. We put it several years ago, so check that out. Thank you so much, Lisa and Lorraine. Happy Friday. Woozy, thank you, Josh and Sir Tinley and Ace and all of you. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to have to figure out how to stop the stream, but yes, I'd love your comments and I'll put the links below, okay, guys? Until next time, take care. All right, bye.